Live from an undisclosed location in Bull's basement while they are chained helplessly to the wall. It is
Help me.
Sports Madness TV live with Gator and Hawk. Introducing standing 5'4", 295 pounds from the Motor City, Hawk.
Do, do, do.
And standing at 6 foot tall, the wannabe royal airness, the Mamba impersonator himself. If you've watched this episode countless times, do not ask him about Brady Manning, or you'll get the worst Jim Nance impression ever. Gator!
Boo. Still kick your ass on 1-on-1.
But
But
speaking of,
speaking of,
to kick
to
off
kick
this
off this
episode,
episode, speaking
one
of
on
one
one,
on one
and the
and the
Philadelphia
Philadelphia
76ers
76ers
and the
and the
Detroit
Detroit
Pistons,
Pistons,
opening
opening
day
day
of
of
basketball
basketball happened
today.
today.
Professional
Professional basketball opening day. And we had
One
one really good game. And I want to say that was between the OKC Thunder
and
and the Houston Rockets going into double overtime
with
with OKC winning by just 1 point. Shea Gilgeous-Alexander had an incredible game, but Kevin Durant proving why he's still one of the goats in the league.
Getting some
And then
feedback.
because the feedback, all right, that should be a little bit.
That is a little better.
Well, back to it. And then the second game was opening night. The Golden State Warriors against the Los Angeles Lakers. And everybody knew the outcome of that game.
I'm pretty sure since LaFleur wasn't playing, wasn't somebody saying that it would be the Lakers by 10 winning it? Didn't they lose by 10 in that game?
Yeah, I think so. But you know how Bull is. Doesn't even root for the Bulls.
He's over there choking.
Yeah. On something that's undisclosed on his, but we will find out and we'll bring it to you guys first. And other
How can we
news,
bring it? How can we bring it to him first? We're trapped, chained up in his basement.
yeah, I already screamed help me at the beginning.
Yeah, well,
But in other news, okay, we have the Pistons against the Bulls today when this episode airs. Cleveland Knicks versus the Cavs, Hornets at Nets, Magic at Heat, Raptors with the Hawks, and then Philadelphia 76ers against the Boston Celtics. Pelicans.
actually, you got it backwards. Boston's coming. The Nets are coming to Charlotte.
Oh, then let me reverse that. Then it's the Bulls going to be in Detroit against the Pistons. The Knicks traveling to Cleveland. The Hornets with square off against the Nets at home in Charlotte. The Heat's going to be traveling to Orlando, which is probably going to be a good game. An intercontinental or an interdivision rivalry there. We got the Raptors going to the Hawks. 76ers traveling to Boston. Pelicans going to Memphis. We got Washington heading to the Giannis of the Bucks. We got the struggling Los Angeles Clippers for I don't know how long going to the Jazz. Very excited to see what the Spurs do this year against and we're going to know tomorrow when they face off against the Mavericks. We're going to see Russell Westbrook and the Kings against the Suns. Now, I'm a huge Russell Westbrook fan myself. And then we got the Timberwolves against the Trailblazers. And that kicks off the end of opening day in basketball tomorrow.
Oh,
All starting at 8 p.m. Oh, 7 p.m.
7:30.
7 p.m.
Well, the biggest game that I'm looking forward to for opening day was I'm looking for that 76ers Celtics game. I want to see if the Celtics can bounce back from what they had happen last year. Jason Tatum's really going to lead them like he has in the past couple of years.
Well,
I want to
honestly,
see how.
in my opinion, he has to. I mean, because without him, what does Boston really got?
I also want to see how
They got rid of
Melo
the vet big
Ball.
man Al Horford, which is weird to me why they did that.
Well, another thing I'm looking forward to is I want to see how the Hornets fare since they won the Summer League championship with Con Knipple coming in with fourth round pick out of Duke with LaMelo Ball when it's actual crunch time, meaning for it to go. And I know all eyes are pretty much going to be on the Maverick Spurs game to see how Cooper Flag is going to handle his actual in season debut, which I don't know if you saw this or not, but all the rookies that are starting in games this season will be wearing a debut patch on the
Yep.
NBA.
Yep. It's so that they can don't so they can sell the jerseys and donate for the proceeds at the end of the season.
But here's the thing, though. Look at other sports that have done that. NASCAR was one of the very first sports to do that.
Yeah.
When a driver came in and he was a rookie driver, they had a yellow sticker on their card denoting that they were rookies until it came to the playoff races, and then they had to change it to a red stripe.
Well, because they were no longer considered rookies when they made it to the playoffs.
No. Your whole season, you're a rookie. It's not even, but they
when
went
it comes to the
to,
playoffs, you're something different.
no, when they go to the playoffs, it's the drivers that are in the playoffs, but they couldn't, people would get confused. Say you had Jeff Gordon driving for a championship, and he had a yellow stripe on his car. But then you got Dale Earnhardt Jr., who just started in his rookie season, and he's got a yellow stripe on his car.
Well,
They had to denote it, so they went to the red stripe since they got away from the Winston No Bull 5.
Anyway, how is Cooper Flag going to do against the alien Wimby? That is a great question. As far as it says that the spread is negative 2.5.
They're giving them 2.5 points. So
Yeah.
I think Cooper's going to handle him pretty well. He's used to that high profile talent. I mean,
Well, and if he comes out as small forward for Dallas, that's going to be a mismatch all game.
look at how he fared at Duke last year with all the talent that they played against. I mean, he can handle the hype and all that. I don't think he's going to have an issue.
Well, he's a big, well-framed small forward who knows how to shoot the ball, and he knows how to play the defensive side of the ball too. Like he's going to come into the league, and it's not going to take long for him to be one of the best two-way players. I want to say.
I say he might. Let's just look at this for a minute.
Because he knows how to play both sides of the ball.
Well, let's look at it. Dallas is missing Kyrie Irving in that game. So how is that going to affect Dallas? Nobody really. The Spurs aren't really missing anybody besides De'Aaron Fox.
Well, We saw De'Aaron Fox play with Sacramento for a long time, and he wasn't he wasn't the guy in Sacramento. I mean, hopefully he can bring something to the Spurs, and I'm hoping he does because he's got a lot of talent, but he crushes. Like he doesn't feel. I feel like he doesn't know how to rise to the occasion almost. But DeAndre Fox is still an incredible player. And he beat my ass in a game of 1-on-1. I know that's for sure.
Well, I didn't get to see this because I was actually at work. But how did Jordan's first time broadcasting with NBC go?
He didn't really broadcast. They brought him in for a segment to start opening day, which I'm sure you can find on YouTube right now. So if you guys want to watch that and you missed it,
That's
find it
not
on
the
YouTube.
question. How did he do as an analyst for what they brought him in for?
I mean, I don't think he did great. I think he did good, not great. It seemed to me like he was almost kind of nervous about it, almost a little bit, talking about some subjects, because all they did was interview him about the current NBA. And it was like a good, I want to say 6-minute segment about it. And he gave good insight, but there were some questions where he was almost seemed like he was apprehensive to answer. The video will be out, much faster than this video will be out. So if anybody hasn't seen it, I encourage you to watch it. And what is your opinion about it? Because I think he did okay. He did a lot better than Blake Griffin and Brett Favre when they tried out. So,
Well, I mean, I didn't get to see it, so I want to see how he does with the NBA since he's a commentator now. I just don't think that I don't think NBC is going to be able to match inside the NBA. So, since you got to watch it, I'm going to ask you this on the scale of Charles Barkley being the worst and Shaquille O'Neal being the greatest. Was he Shaq Diesel level doing it, or was it just terrible in Charles Barkley world?
well, he wasn't Shaq in a food. He wasn't terrible. He wasn't Ernie analysis. I think he was more like Kenny, the Jet Smith. I think he was on that. It gives good insight. It gives good insight, but sometimes the Jet can be wrong.
Well, I was while you were talking about, I kind of read a little excerpt from it, and he said that he was more nervous than he had been in years.
Yeah,
and the reason
you
for
can
that
definitely
being,
tell.
And the reason for that being is he said that kids heard these stories from their parents about what he did 30 years ago, and that's what the kids today are expecting. Well, I mean,
the dude's
I'm
pushing
sorry,
60.
he's 62, but I mean,
Yeah.
the thing is, it's a lot different standing behind the camera talking about it than it is getting out there and actually doing it.
I agree. Bless
I mean, you could sit here all day, and I could go out here and throw a ball at a hoop all day long. I can tell you what to do with that ball. unless I, but somebody who's never done it, all you got to do is put the biscuit in the basket. They
Potatoes
don't,
in the basket.
you don't, you don't understand. I mean, so, I think people who
I
think
mean,
Jordan's going to be like he was in Space Jam, they're going to be sadly mistaken.
what do you mean your arm doesn't extend 50 feet?
I'm talking about like probably a
Come
bad
on.
analogy to use.
I want to see what you got. Come on.
It's like getting Jim Nance to go out there and throw a football 30 yards and not talk about it, to where Romo threw the ball, played the game, knows how to read the defense, the offense, the schemes that they're going through, and you try to get Jim Nance to do that. Now Jordan's taking on a role of having to break down workload, all of
Can I give
this.
you a better analogy? It'd be like Kyrie Irving shooting a 3-point right now versus Shaq shooting a 3-point.
Well, if you were going to say Shaq, it's like anybody in the NBA hitting a free throw.
Yeah. That reminds me, man. Good old Greg Popovich. The whole hack of the Shaq thing. And he hacked the Shaq like 12 seconds into the game. Shaq looked over at him and Greg was just like, bitch, yeah, I got you.
Or just think about the scene in Grown Ups 2 where they're throwing the quarters and Selma Hayek hits it playing Shaq and goes, as easy as making a free throw.
Yeah. But anyway,
I don't know. I think the NBA season's going to be a pretty good one.
I think
I think
so. As long as they play clean basketball, I think it's going to be a good one.
I think we're going to have the same contenders. The
I mean,
Celtics, I think the Rockets are going to be able to do something unless
yeah.
something.
I mean, from the game I saw today, the Rockets did look like a playoff team, but it's still too early to see.
Well, the big thing is they got KD.
Yeah, they got. Oh, not only they got King D, but they got Singun. I think his name is whatever. I do a horrible job pronouncing Singun, whatever. That big white center they got. The big white center they got.
LaFlop and the Lakers are going to find a way to be there.
Oh yeah, I mean they got yeah.
I tell you who I want to see actually like do something. I want to see if the Hornets can do something.
Mm, we'll see about that. To be honest, man. Um, the Hornets are projected to beat the Nets. But the Hornets are.
No, what I'm saying is I want to see if the Hornets can get back to where they were in the '90s when they had Muggsy Bogues and Larry Johnson and Vlade Divac and all of these. You knew they weren't going to win the finals, but you knew they were going to make it to the playoffs. So, I want to see if they can get back to that.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, let's see. Let's look up the full schedule, shall we? Let's see. Let's go ahead and try to get all the way to like near the All-Star break. All right, if they do good up until the All Star break, and then coming out, they're gonna have to face Dallas, Boston, Miami, Phoenix, Sacramento, San Antonio, Miami again, Orlando, Memphis, Sacramento again, New York, Philly, Boston again, Brooklyn, Phoenix, Indiana, Minnesota, Boston, and then finish their season out with against Detroit and New York. And that's if they do good up until the All Star break. Like if they're like somehow be the like number 2 spot, then like after the All Star break, it's kind of going to be stacked against them. Facing Boston twice. They're going to have to face Cooper Flag. Detroit's always going to come in and play like a MF because they're going to be trying to fight for a playoff spot, much like the Hornets will be at that point, along with New York, Indiana. That's not going to be no joke because we saw how good Tyrese Halliburton could be. So,
Yeah, but here's my thing though. Do the Pacers, now this is a question you got to ask. Do the Pacers have finals hangover, or do they figure out how to get it together to actually win it?
well, honestly, that is a great question, and I think that's going to be decided on Clyburn. I mean, it all depends on how he's wanting to play. Because if he doesn't show up for some of these games, it's going to be horrible. But
Well, I tell
I
you
mean, we
what.
saw what happened after he tore his Achilles last year. Indiana just crumbled.
Well, I tell you what. Let's wait
And
until after tomorrow
to
tonight.
clear it up, I call him Tyrese Cryburton because you don't cry and go hugging your dad when your teammate wins an award. So that's why he's crying.
Well, let's wait till after tonight to go back and dive into after opening weekend to see what we've opening day to see what we've got. But I do want to go on a little bit more of a side note to into the next segment on times that sports just mean more. And I'm going to break down that Giants Broncos game. How
All
fitting
right.
is it?
Let's lead into the NFL, shall we?
Well, how fitting is it that you're trailing 16 points going into the fourth quarter on the day that you unveiled the Demarius Thomas statue outside of the stadium? You also put Demarius Thomas into the Broncos Ring of Honor, and then you miraculously come back and win the game 33-32, which if you know anything about NFL and the Denver Broncos, that DT was number 33. How amazing is it that that actually just happened all in the same day?
Honestly, right now, it brings a sad tear to my eye because Bull is our resident Broncos fan, and I know he has a lot to say about this. But yes, it was a beautiful thing. Uh, there was a
But
lot
this
of
is
weird stuff
times
that the
when,
Broncos.
but this is times that sports just mean more than sports.
Yeah, it is. But I know there's probably a couple of Giants fans that say that game's fixed. And no, there's no way that game's fixed.
So,
How many times have you seen a team come back from that deficit in the fourth quarter alone? No.
23 28-3 in the Super Bowl. Patriots versus the Falcons.
Well, that's Tom Brady.
Anytime that big forehead Peyton Manning was on the field. I mean, let's be honest. We all know that this week Denver's going to get their asses handed to them when they play the Cowgirls.
You think so?
I don't think that Denver can beat them. I really don't, because I think they're going to have a hangover from that game.
Oh man, I kind of wish Bo was here to argue that one with you. But
He's too busy in the shower thinking about Bo Nix right now.
probably, I mean, I kind of think. I mean, Dak Prescott has been playing his ass off, but they also have the good rush game going. So,
Well,
I
to
mean,
be honest with you, you better hope
it's going to
that
come
the
down to the
daggone-
defense, really.
You better hope that they can win the game, because you picked them to win the NFC East.
I'm never going to live that down. It's going to be like 30 years from now. We're still going to be hanging out. And you're going to be like, yeah, remember that time you picked Dallas Cowgirls to win? Yeah, I said it
But
as a
think
joke,
about it.
fuckers.
Yeah, but think about it though. It would be kind of funny as hell if they do win it, because then it'd be like, you talk shit for no reason.
Dude, if they win, if they somehow win the AFC East, I'm going to be surprised.
Well,
You know what? I don't want to hear shit ever again from y'all.
Well, I mean, think about this. You also got the Bills coming to Carolina to play the Panthers, who have been on a freaking 3-game win streak.
And yes, and the Bills need to win that game.
Well, everybody.
They lost that last two in a row. They're coming off the bye week. And, I mean, honestly, that last loss was embarrassing.
Well, here's the next thing. You ain't got James Cook cooking on the run of the game. He's not running for over 5 yards, and when he doesn't run more than 5 yards, the Bills can't win. And I read earlier today where they were talking about the Bills had the easiest road to get there, but then they just missed out on a lot of different things and factors. I mean, my God, you lost to the Falcons, who got blanked the week earlier by the freaking Panthers 30-0. And then you come out and play on Monday Night Football and get your butts handed to you again. Like, what are we doing? But at the same time, look at the freaking Eagles. They lost to the freaking Giants on Thursday Night Football. Nobody expected the Giants to win that game.
No, that was
And then they turn around and they get beat by the freaking Broncos.
I do have to say something. I did watch the the Sunday Night Football game between the 49ers and the Falcons. And I'm sorry to any Falcons fans that might be out there, but Michael Penix Jr.
No. It's not Michael Phoenix Jr. It's Michael Penis Jr. Remember?
Oh yes. Okay, Michael Penix Jr. He is the most boring, unproductive quarterback I've seen in a long time. I feel bad because this was one of the only games I could watch on Sunday, like all the way through. And I wanted to turn it off 3